Hello everyone, Cindy here with Monarch Mom DIY. Excited to be bringing you this video today where I am going to remake this reindeer on a ceiling fan blade. I love how this turned out. Join me for some crafting. We're going to start with a ceiling fan blade, some greenery picks, a bell, a wood slice, some ribbon, some paint. And the first thing we're going to use is this blade from a ceiling fan that was given to me from a friend. You're going to want to remove all the hardware, as well as this particular one had these little I don't know, plugs kind of in the holes there. So we're going to take all that out. We're going to wipe it down, give it a good cleaning, because who knows where this has been for how long. We're going to clean it off. And I don't even know what material this is, some sort of man-made material. It is not real wood. It's kind of a plasticky wood, but we're going to clean that off. And then I'm going to take my mini sander here called a Gator, and I'm using 220 sandpaper. It's not super fine, but it's not super scratchy either. Just trying to get a little bit of that shiny finish off so that our paint will stick to our fan blade here. I am using Waverly chalk paint in the color Hazelnut for the first solid coat of paint on my fan blade. Now, this fan blade's already brown with some black streaks, so you could just make the reindeer without painting the fan blade if you'd like, but I'm painting mine. And then here I am taking a darker brown, which is called Truffle, and I'm going to use this chippy brush, and I'm going to speed this part up here in a second. I am going to just add some dimension to my reindeer here, just using these two colors. So I'm adding some truffle. Then you're going to see, oops, I got some bigger blobs there. So I'm going to dry this and I'm going to sand it a little bit. Then I'm going to come back in with the hazelnut paint again on that same chippy brush, add a little bit more of that light brown paint, and just keep working it with these two colors and my sander until I get the look that I'm going for. Again, take as little or as much time on this step as you see fit. Next, I'm going to use this wood slice here and my Waverly chalk paint in the color Crimson. We are going to paint the top side of our wood slice with red to be our reindeer's nose. Next, I'm going to take a few different ribbons and we are going to make a messy bow that we're going to add to the top of our reindeer fan blade. I'm using this burlap here. It is wired. I'm going to cut 4 pieces of this, but I want it to look a little more rustic. So I'm going to also take this red and black gingham. I'm cutting 6 pieces of this and making it a little bit shorter than the burlap pieces. Now coming back to the burlap, like I said, I want it to look a little more rustic, so I'm going to trim off the wired edges and then pull 2 or 3 of those strings from each of the sides just to make it look a little bit more frayed, like some rustic burlap. We're going to do this to all 4 of our burlap pieces. Once we have the frayed edges done, we're going to take each piece and fold each end in half and give it a little dovetail by cutting from the fold out to the edges. And again, we'll do this to all 4 of our pieces of burlap ribbon. Then coming to our 6 pieces of the gingham, this is a thinner ribbon, so I'm going to do 2 of these at a time. I'm folding them in half the same way we did with the burlap to give them that dovetailed edge. Next, I'm going to take this thinner cream colored ribbon with the tan stripe there. I'm just going to cut 2 pieces. These are going to go towards the top of our messy bow, and I'm just slanting the ends on these 2 pieces of ribbon. All right, so now I'm going to speed this up. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to overlap and crisscross my 4 burlap pieces. I did cut those top 2 a little bit shorter, and then I also saw I needed to trim my gingham ones shorter. I'm doing 6 of the gingham, just overlapping those 2 cream colored, and then I decided to take a little bit of raffia, and I'm just going to cut some pieces here and crisscross a few of those as well on top of our messy bow. Now we're going to take a piece of jute twine here and very carefully lay it across the top of all those X's while lifting it up and flipping it over. And then we're going to tie a knot as tight as we can while squishing all of our ribbons together. Pull, pull, pull as tight as you can. I'm going to double knot it on the back, and then I'm going to turn it over to the front and double knot it again. And then I'm going to double knot it again on the back. I just want to make sure I have this as tight as I possibly can get it. Once we have our knot done, we will then trim off the excess of the twine. Isn't this so cute? I love it. You can fluff out your bow pieces as much as you'd like. If anything needs to be trimmed, you can go ahead and do that at this point as well. Next, I have this rustic looking bell, I believe from Hobby Lobby. It came on a little string. It must have been an ornament. Actually, it might have been from Dollar General. But anyway, I untied the knot and then I'm tying it back around our bow. This is going to be easier than trying to glue the bell separately. So now the bell is attached to our bow. We're going to set that aside and come back to our fan blade. I want to make this decoration kind of where the neck of our reindeer would be. So I'm taking this other red ribbon and I'm just going to glue a strip of it across the bottom here, towards the bottom of our fan blade. Then I'm going to add a little more decoration to it by taking that same jute twine. We're going to wrap it a few times around and then tie it in the front with a knot and then a bow. Next, coming up to the top of our fan blade, I'm going to take these 2 greenery pieces from Walmart's Christmas section. These were 98 cents each. These are going to be a decorative way to do little antlers on our reindeer. I did glue them down and then I did glue a piece of ribbon over the stems there on the back just to keep them held down. Then we're going to glue our wood slice for the nose and then glue our messy bow with the bell right between those 2 antlers that we made using the Christmas greenery at the top of our reindeer. Now I wanted to add a little bit more color, dimension, interest to the nose. So I'm taking that truffle brown again and I'm going around the red nose and then we're going to sand it a little bit, put a little bit of paint in the center as well. Then to draw on the eyes and the mouth, I'm going to use these painters paint markers that I get at Walmart. They are Elmer's brand. They have quite a few different colors and also different thicknesses of the tip. There's chisel tip all the way down to ultra fine. So you can see those black eyes up there are a little wet. I'm going to let those dry completely. And we're going to add also a little white streak to the nose here to make it look like it's shining. And then taking that same white, once the black is dry of the eyes, I'm just going to add some smaller white circles towards the top of those eyes. He's so, so cute. The last thing we need for our decor is I'm going to string about 20 of these wood beads. These are a bead garland from Walmart. It is 9 feet of beads for $2.48. You can't beat it. And they're already like a dark stained color. So I'm just putting 20 of these on a piece of jute twine. And then we're going to add these as a hanger to the top of our reindeer. And here is our finished fan blade reindeer. I think he's so cute. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this project. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. And thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure you're subscribed and your notifications are set to all. And here's some other videos you can enjoy watching next. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Take care.